So I believe that after speaking about generically about the old town and how we see that perspective, I wish to spend 5 minutes in order to explain some technical details and how we strongly believe so much in the cooperation with ABLV. We decided to link our companies in a long-term view because, first of all, we found in ABLV a partner who really tried and technically understand our business. It's not so difficult to make a high amount deal, but it's difficult to find the kind of professional quality, flexibility, and understanding who allows to make a deal which is tailor-made with the needing of the companies who is requiring that. And basically, we usually work with the staff of ABLV on some points, and on that we found the right professional skill and the ability to transfer that in the loan agreement. The first thing is that we were not talking from the beginning about values of the property, but about how this property is representing the cluster in which we are active. Namely, we started from the point that we have 40 tenants, and we understand that managing, as we manage that, as a widespread mall, so with common marketing activities, and even with the proper merchandising profile we wish to have in our properties, we can significantly reduce the risk. That reduction of risk has been understood by the bank, reflected in the loan conditions. And for that, we have just to thanks, because it is not easy to explain. The second thing we usually work on is that what usually killed a loan and the punctuality to fill the loan is the vacancy. And we started working on statistics and understanding that in prime location of the old town, and when we talk prime location, we talk about, for sure, Kalkyu Street and the main squares we have here, like Dome Square, the Malaukans, and Town Hall Square. And we saw that even in the worst period, the vacancy is less than 45 days. On that assumption, from retail premises, to have a vacancy of less than 45 days to turn around from a tenant to switch for a tenant or another in case of emergency, means that we have half of the period of the quarter, and then to be assumed that the risk of vacancy is not to be perceived as an effective risk. That, of course, since every bank price a loan, taking in account not just the value of the property, but even the risk of the cash flow, it has been significantly reflected in it. We talked about several additional arguments, and ABLV understood that we were not talking about a speculative deal, but our track record demonstrated that we invested in a property with a long-term view. And it is exactly the approach we wish to have. We are not here to make money and to escape. We are here since 5 years. We will continue to invest in this country, where we are very satisfied in. And that kind of approach has been even reflected in the technical, in the technical features of the loan agreement, because they feel safe, they felt and they feel safe that we will take care of our properties, that we will try to attract prime tenants as an increase of value of the property, because the better are the tenants and lower are the yield we can evaluate the property. We disclosed to ABLV all our internal materials. We have the map of the footfall of the old town. They understood what does it mean prime property. Prime property means where a lot of people work on. It is well understood by the tenants. The last thing that I really wish to underline is what is very, very important is that not just when you sign a loan agreement, but how it lives after, how it will proceed, how we will cooperate after the signature. And for us, the most important thing is to have a partner. And I wish to tell not to establish the relationship as lender-borrower, but as partners, that our partner understand how we work. Usually, there are some rigid things in every loan agreement here about, for example, how a lease agreement is accepted by a bank, how a lease agreement could be accepted as to be registered in the land book. And with ABLV, we specifically work on that in order to allow us, in a frame of a strategic view, prime tenants, triple net lease agreement with a kind of standard text to be workable in each single negotiation. We feel and we found the right flexibility in make your work, feeling that the bank as a partner trusting what we are doing. After sharing the approach and after telling how much I appreciated the high professional level of ABLV Bank, I wish to say that we cannot consider that as a rival point. We are here to stay, to increase. Together we share the vision not only with ABLV Bank but even with ABLV Charitable Foundation, how to improve the quality and the use and the appreciation of the old town amongst Latvian people. I'm sure this is the first step of a long-lasting cooperation, and I'm sure it will be successful as it was till today. So, thanks to Alex and ABLV Bank.
Tiešām mēs esam gandarīti, ka gads sākās ar tik lielu kreditēšanas darījumu, 28 miljoni. Pavisam īsi par bankas teoriju, kreditēšanas teoriju un mākslu. Tur ir faktiski divi tikai momenti. Labs un stabils klients. Un es domāju, ka Giovanni tiešām izstāstīja, kāda viņam ir pieredze un kāpēc bankai bija jānotic tam biznesa plānām. Un otrs svarīgs moments ir, protams, ir perspektīvas biznesa, kas šajā projektā ir perspektīva vieta, kas ir Vecrīgā. Ja? Šī ir tie galveni divi nosacījumi, lai darījums būtu veiksmīgs un izdevīgs abām pusēm, gan bankas, gan klientiem. Tālāk, tā kā mēs esam lielākā privāta banka Latvijā, protams, mēs negribam aprobežoties tikai ar kreditēšanu, mēs gribam meklēt citas iespējas, kā attīstīt Rīgu, kā attīstīt Latviju, un tieši šajā projektā, kas ir koncentrēts Vecrīgā, mēs redzam tādu potenciālu, lai Vecrīgu konkrēti šajā projektā padarīt par vēl skaistāku un pieejamāku gan ridzeniekiem, gan mūsu Rīgas un Latvijas viesiem, ja, kas ir ļoti svarīgi. Jo visā pasaulē mēs redzam, ka notiek darbības, kā pilsētas un valsts piesaistā un rūpēs ne tikai par saviem iedzīvotājiem, bet piesaistā arī turistus, ja, biznesa partnerus, klientus un mēģina to visu padarīt tā, ka visiem būtu pieejams gan turisms, gan veikalu apmeklējums, gan skaisti restorāni, kultūras programmas un tā tālāk. Lai turpinātu mūsu sadarbību, bankas korporatīvais labdarības fonds, ABLV Charitable Foundation, pagājušajā gadā izstrādāja programmu ar nosaukumu Jauna Rīga. Viens no programmas elementiem, protams, kā jūs jau zināt, būs Latvijas laikmētīgas mākslas muzeja turpmāka koncepcija izveidošana un būvniecība. Tas aizņems, kā mēs zinām, diezgan lielu laiku. Ja? Un tajā paša programma ietvaros mēs sarunājam ar Baltiju Krē pārstāvjiem, ar Giovanni, ka mēs palīdzēsim attīstīt tieši Vecrīgu ar savu ieguldījumu, kas var sasniegt pa 2 gadiem 50,000 eiro, lai popularizētu Rīgu, lai uztaisītu viņu vēl skaistāku, lai piesaistītu vairākus klientus, pircējus un pilsētas viesus. Un es domāju, ka visi no tā mēs būsim uzvarētāji, ja tiešām mēs uztaisīsim Rīgu vēl skaistāku, un tas būs liela laime gan mums kā iedzīvotājiem, gan mūsu pilsētas viesiem.